Apple's iPhone 6s and 6s Plus are the newest iterations of a long-running device, and they have some changes this time around. The iPhone 6s and 6s Plus are both relatively similar looking to their previous counterparts, the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. You don't have a lot of changes in industrial design at all. Both the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus feature a 12 megapixel camera now. 12 megapixel camera features a sensor with much higher fidelity. You have crisper images with more detail, and they both now shoot 4K video, which is pretty impressive for cameras of this size, or phones of this size even. The 4K video shooting in both cameras is admirable. Noise reduction, clarity, and other qualities that you expect to see from video shot with a professional 4K camera, many of those are present here. The quality of the video is so good that you can even zoom in and still be viewing it in the equivalent of 1080p. So you can see some footage shot here at a baseball game, and you can clearly see the batter getting struck out. The digital image stabilization, which they call cinematic stabilization, uses a digital crop to algorithmically change the amount of space around the edge of the image. So when you move your phone, it looks like it's stabilized. It's actually a pretty great effect. They did this last year. Them doing it again this year with 4K video is pretty impressive. The image quality of both video and stills is off the charts. The best of any phone that I've seen, and this goes along with Apple's attention to image processing. One of the marquee photo features in the new phones, and this is only available on these new devices, even though iOS 9 is available for the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, is live photos. Live photos are images that you're able to take, open up, and view, showing you a few seconds before and after. I'll show you an example of that here. If we open up a photo, there we are, and I hold down my finger, and it shows the moments just before and just after the picture was taken. And you can see here, it's about 1.5 seconds before and 1.5 seconds after the still shot. So that enables a lot of interesting situations. You're taking a picture of a child, you get the moments just before and after they smiled, or just before and after they ran and did something extremely cute. I found it's actually been interesting to adapt that, because the instinct is to take a shot and then move away immediately. But with live photos, you have to take the photo and then wait just a second or two while you're shooting your picture. Once you get used to it though, it actually can produce some very interesting effects. So if we have a night scene of a city, you can see the cars moving down on the streets. Live photos are an interesting feature. They're not necessarily something that anybody was clamoring after. Apple invented essentially a new file format which consists of a 12 megapixel still image and a small sidecar video file that it combines together to provide the live photo effect. But I think that it will be interesting to see what creators do with this. Vine stars, Snapchatters, that sort of thing. Because once you introduce a new format, especially one that uses audio and motion along with still images, I think people's creative juices will start flowing. Another upgrade for the new phones is the Touch ID speed is over double what it used to be. In my experience, the phones are open before you can even get them out of your pocket. I've actually developed a new method of looking at my notifications on my screen, which is pressing the power button on the side. Because if I was to press the home button, it would open nearly instantaneously. So most of the time, if I reach into my pocket and pull it out while touching the home button, it's open before I can even see the screen. This goes along with a software change that Apple instituted, utilizing the notifications tab in a linear time-based format. So you can see the newest notification right at the top. I believe they did that in order to make the Touch ID so quick, make that all work together without you being frustrated that you're missing notifications. It actually happens very, very quickly. In addition to Touch ID, Apple has also instituted a new touch technology called 3D Touch. 3D Touch senses how hard you're pressing the screen and allows a developer to initiate an action based on that amount of pressure. It uses 96 sensors under the screen and measures your touch incrementally. If, for instance, I go to the home screen here and press on the screen, you can see that it reacts to my touch, and if I let up slowly, I can fast forward and rewind this live image using the pressure of my finger. In addition to the pressure sensitivity, this also enables new interaction methods. So you can see my camera icon here. If I press hard on that, it brings up a list of shortcut actions I can take. And I think that's really the key to 3D Touch, is the amount of context that you're allowed to keep and retain when you're looking around through your images or through your through web pages or through emails. So if I was to, for instance, go to open an email, and I can quickly peek into that email and then pop it open, like so. But if I didn't want to pop it open, I could take a quick peek and then go back to where I was. That retention of context is important. It's a small thing, but if you're able to quickly look at that information and go right back to where you left off with no fear, people will be more likely, I believe, to click on links, to check out images or text that people are sending them without losing where they were, losing their place. And I think that that addition of context, of contextual awareness, is an important addition for 3D Touch. In the end, the question is always going to be, should I buy these new iPhones? That's what we all really want to know. In this case, I'd say yes. If your upgrade is available, if you have the cash, it's well worth spending the money on. They're the best iPhones yet, as usual. The better image quality, the unique new features make it a pretty compelling buy. Of course, in the end, how much you use your phone is probably a big part of that picture, but if you use it a lot, especially for browsing web pages and jumping around between applications, I'd say go for it.